Hi learners and my dear students, good evening, and I am Suja again meeting you in one more video of third unit of engineering thermodynamics and titled with dryness fraction of steam. Okay, so already PV, HS, TS diagrams and various terminologies, various heat types involved in steam formation, and what is the application of steam in industries and power plants, and other all required conditions and terminologies involved in this steam is being discussed in all the past 8 videos of third unit, and this is my ninth video. Happy to share with you. This is Suja signing on. Okay, so move to the slides. First, let me revise the superheated vapor and subcooled liquid which was discussed in the last video itself. Now here you can able to see this is saturated liquid line, left side, and right side of the dome is enveloped by saturated vapor. Okay, so for the given pressure, so pressure is fixed if the temperature of the water vapor is same as the saturation temperature, means then it is called dry saturated steam. Here this point is the for the given pressure, the temperature would be, the steam of the temperature would be same as the saturation temperature, right? Okay, so if it has been superheated by the supply of heat, by the supply of extra heat to take away all the remaining water particles and to make it some more energized. It has a very good expansion property, higher amount of work can be extracted, and also the quality of the devices would be increasing if there is no water particle in it, especially turbines and all, and enormous amount of work can be delivered by that steam because of the higher and higher amount of volume and expansion take could be possible. So if the temperature for the given pressure, if the temperature of the steam is higher than the saturation temperature, then it is called a superheated steam. That is degree of superheat. What is this? The temperature difference between this T1 and T saturation. The temperature is above the saturation temperature. Okay, till if the point is T1, means then T1 minus T saturation is the degree of superheat. That is how much amount of superheat has been given to it. Superheat. So that heat will do super things. Okay. So here, same way, for the given pressure, the temperature of the liquid should be the saturation temperature of the fluid. Here if you come here, then SF, right? Okay, so if it is here, if the temperature is here, T saturation for the liquid, saturated temperature, temperature for the given pressure, right? If its temperature is lower than the saturation temperature, if it is not about to vaporize, if it is not reached the level, it was not about to vaporize, means this is in the region of subcooling. Okay, so degree of subcooling is the difference between saturation temperature and the subcooled temperature. Okay, if it is in the, if corresponding to the given pressure of atmospheric pressure of 1, the saturation temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. If the liquid temperature is only 20 degrees Celsius, then the 80 degree is the difference between that 120 degrees Celsius is degree of subcooling. Okay, It was not about to vaporize. It has not reached the level of vaporize. Okay. Then let me review the various phases before leaving to the next important concept of dryness fraction. Here again, this is the Mollier-HS diagram. Mollier diagram or HS diagram. Here phase equilibrium means various phases shown in that. Here PV plot would be like this straight, and TS diagram would be exactly straight, but HS diagram would be somewhat little bit inclined with respect to left hand side. Okay, so from this physical appearance of the plot itself, you can able to sense whether it is HS, PV or TS diagram. Okay, so here you can able to see this is triple point, critical point, this is vapor zone, above critical point. Here in this left side, you can able to see solid plus liquid region, only solid region. Below the triple point you have the solid and vapor region, and everything. So this is here you can see the superheated steam. Okay, till 5 it is dry saturated. Above that, if it is heated, means 5 to 6 at various pressures. These are all isobars. So this meant for superheated region. Okay. Here it is HS diagram of particularly for water. Okay, so here you can see, if you want to find out the change in enthalpy for a given steam, means from the fluid to vapor stage, means you can take the for fluid properties, okay, corresponding to fixation of any two independent properties, and then you can find out the difference between the Hg and Hf, so that you can get Hfg. And this is critical point. These are all isobars. This is constant temperature lines. Okay, other things let me explain in by the next slide. So now here we are entering into steam quality. What is the purpose of finding the steam quality is, okay, for we are concentrating in the inner zone of the vapor dome, consisting only liquid and vapor. This is our area of interest. Okay, so liquid is available in the along with the steam. Okay, because we are taking water and converting it to steam. Because vapor, even though the steam form is only utilized in various applications, it is not possible to store the steam in some place, right? We are having only water which can be existing in the normal atmospheric pressure and temperature condition. So wherever you need steam, again and again you have to supply the heat and transform the liquid into vapor form, and you can utilize. Okay, of course heat cannot be held anywhere, which you have studied in the second unit of thermodynamics. That's what this subject is coming into play. Okay, so during this conversion from liquid to vapor region, okay, what is the quality of the steam which fixing the property of enthalpy, entropy and specific volume, everything that depends upon the quality of the steam. Okay, so if you want to find out the state properties in these zones, or otherwise if it is above the dry saturated condition, means X is equal to constantly you have 1. Okay, lesser than 1 means you should find out what is the amount of water vapor present in the steam. For that purpose we need to evaluate measurement of steam quality. Okay, so now let me explain one by one. Pure substances gets fixed if two independent properties are given. This is nothing but, here if you want, if he's fixing one point, if you want to fix one point in Mollier chart, means you are in need of any two independent properties, either either it may be H and S, or V and T, or P and X, whatever maybe it is. Okay, within this 7 to 8 parameters, you have to know, it is mandatory to know any two independent property. Then only you can fix your point in the chart. That is a very basic. No, if you know two values, then only you can get a point. A pure substance is said to have 2 degrees of freedom. Okay, of all thermodynamic properties, it is easiest if the pressure and temperature of the substance has been given. Okay, by knowing the independent properties, it is possible to find out the other state properties of the substance. Now, here the dryness fraction is keep on increasing towards the right side, or towards the dry saturated line. Of course, am I right? Can you able to follow me? When the dryness fraction line is moving towards the dry saturated line, it meant that its quality is being increased. It is having more and more amount of steam than water. If your point is nearer to saturated liquid line, then it consists of very, it is stored more away from the dry saturated level, right? Dry saturated vapor level. Okay, so if your point is nearer to saturated vapor line, then it consists of more vapor. Okay, so by that fixation of point of dryness fraction, you can able to sense the quality of the mixture. Okay, so here this is constant pressure line, and you can able to see the various dryness fraction points. Okay, and quality or dryness fraction definition. Okay, nothing but 1 kg of liquid vapor mixture. Okay, you are taking some samples in this region. Okay, 1 kg, which consists of both liquid and vapor. Okay, so now you are testing the sample, and you are finding that x kg is the mass of vapor. How much vapor is available? X. So 1 minus x is the mass of the liquid, right? Then this x is there, no, that x is only the quality or the dryness fraction of the liquid. How much it has been dried? X kg. Okay, so it is called the dryness fraction of the liquid vapor mixture. So this indicates the mass fraction of vapor in a total liquid vapor mixture. Okay, so that is x is equal to, or dryness fraction is equal to, mass of the vapor, ratio of mass of the vapor to total liquid vapor mixture. Okay, and this x can be varied either here, if the point is in the saturated liquid line, the x is equal to, is there any vapor particle? X is equal to 0, no vapor. If it is here full vapor, means then you can tell that x is equal to 1. So the x value is varies between 0 and 1. Okay, so saturated water means water just starts boil, so x is equal to 0. And for vapor means when the vaporization is complete and it is following the dry saturated line, so that x is equal to 1 is said to be dry saturated vapor. And this constant quality lines have been shown in PV, TS and HS diagrams. Of course, we will be using HS diagrams or Mollier chart only. So here you can able to see the various dryness fraction lines. Okay, so when we are solving the problem, it would be so easy to take the points and evaluate the necessary things. Okay, so one more important derivation which we will see in the next video. Let me continue in the next video. Thanks for patient listening. I am Dr. Suja signing off now, and meet you in the next video. Keep on learning, happy learning. Thank you.